I guarantee you Nellie Olson wore the dress like you're wearing. In fact, you might be wearing Nellie Olson's dress.
Twinsies.
It's the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. The rules are gone. The shirt is untucked.
First podcast of 2024 of the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. And man, it has been, since we last recorded something, it's been a busy couple weeks. At least for me, it has been. I don't know. You were...
I'm dying to know.
Sitting on the couch?
Did you buy 6059 a Christmas gift?
Really, the Christmas gift was the trip to New York City.
Oh, so you guys kind of went tandem in on that.
No, I went in on that. I'm sure she will. No, she said she will, but there were some expenses. So here's what I did do.
Oh, Scott's putting it all forward.
But well, I mean, you know,
impress her now. Hook, line,
no,
and sinker.
I didn't anticipate to pay for the whole trip. It was supposed to be what we were doing for each other. I mean, you know, well, okay. So let me explain. I did do a couple small things. So,
by the way, we went from a podcast a couple weeks ago to, it was like, should I get her something? Should I not? To now we're going to New York City. So, you were going to get her some small things. Continue.
I did. I got her a $50 Bath and Body Works gift card because she likes that. And actually, what is really, I think this is a sign of a very good, solid thing.
Okay.
She has used much of that $50 gift card to buy things for the house, i.e. the nice smelling hand soap. So we all smell good.
Yes. The wallflowers from there are the best.
The wallflower, we have them in every room. Every room you walk into, it's a barrage to the senses.
Not that I want to take away from the local people, but I swear by the Bath and Body Works wallflowers.
This is, I don't want to, you're right, not taking away from the local people, but that's not what this is about in this case.
Right.
I think this is more a sign of a very good foundation. When you get a gift for $50 to a Bath and Body Works, and you could
spend it all on me.
Yeah, right. So, but when you spend it on making the house smell nice or nice hand soaps, don't you feel that's kind of a sign like, oh,
I think she's feminizing
making the house a home.
Right. But I also think she's feminizing your home. Now you've been female-less from the house for a while. So I think it's so funny because when I first started dating Zach, he had the dollar store soap. He had the shitty candles from Walmart.
Yep.
He had all
but
the
she's
things.
doing better than me. I don't think I had a candle in the house unless the power went out.
Right,
and it was
right.
a tea light.
Exactly. So I love that when you start a new relationship, there's certain things like, what's your detergent?
I use all free and clear because of the kids, but she likes the Gain,
Oh,
which always seems cheap as shit to me. Is Gain switching gears for just a minute? I don't know. I know Tide is supposed to be the pinnacle, okay?
That's what I use.
Is Gain just like, is it like the great value of detergents? It seems like it, but I don't know. Is it just in my head that it's a shitty detergent, or am I wrong?
That's what I always thought, but my mom loves Gain.
So
Gail loves Gain.
Gail approved Gain.
Yes.
I can just hear it now. Gail approved Gain. Well, okay. So I have to ask that question, and maybe this will spawn some comments. My mom always used all, but it wasn't the free and clear. I got into the free and clear once kids started coming into my life because who can afford that fucking draft? You know, the baby.
I know.
Oh, forget it. You know what?
That's only for baby shower gifts.
Yeah, no, just don't even. Don't waste your money on it. So all free and clear. But then again, at the same time, I know Tide is supposed to be way up here. I know Era is a piece of crap detergent. Am I wrong or am I right?
Is that the blue one?
No, Era's got a red. Well, it used to have a red.
Okay.
Bottle. It just, you know, okay, in my head, Gain and Era are cheap shit detergents.
Bottom
Am I
of the barrel.
wrong?
No, that's what I always thought too. And I always thought that.
And one of the high end ones that I won't spend the money on, Perselis or whatever the hell the name of it is.
I don't know.
You only see the commercial around the Super Bowl.
I don't know what that one is, but I also think that the Arm & Hammer one, that one's going to like clean really good.
Me too. And
but
it's
I
got a
never
good smell.
get it.
No, I get it at Aldi, so I probably get the watered down version.
And that's what years ago, one of my friends, his name was Scott actually. Scott's dad worked for distribution of like Big Lots and Ollie's and Aldi's and things like that. And he used to always say, don't eat the food there. But I think it's totally different now. That was
it's totally different.
Right. So I always thought the same thing about even TJ Maxx. My one girlfriend who's a hairstylist, she's like, don't get the hair products from TJ Maxx. You never know if it's actually the real deal. I'm like, The
really?
seal's on it. I know. I can't really believe that. I still do it.
Instead of Aussie, you're getting bossy.
My hair sticks up on the one side completely.
That's it.
Extra bossy today. You know.
All right, so I'm not alone when it comes to this. Is this
No.
just the way that brands are drilled into our heads? Like, I don't mean, listen, if the people that make Gain, and I don't know who you are, the Gainiacs, if you ever hear this, I'm not trying to be insulting. This is just what I perceive it as, and I could be completely wrong. And I'm willing to say I'm completely wrong. If it's equal to Tide and it's $4 cheaper, somebody say something, because the way I look at it is all you're gaining is a few extra dollars in your bank account.
And that's where I'm willing to pay extra. For me, Tide is one of those things I 1,000% will pay the extra money for. I also think it's product placement. Have you
Yeah.
noticed? Tide's always right there in the center.
They pay for that. You know.
Exactly.
Procter & Gamble pays for that.
So Gain is always on the bottom shelf, or
Yeah.
the second to the bottom shelf. In my mind, it makes me think, you peon. You detergent peon.
This is like the cereal, okay? If you
Yeah.
get Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, love Honey Nut Cheerios.
Right. But you can also get the bag brand and put them in a container, and they taste, to me, equally the same. You know, the Bunny Nut and Cheerios.
Okay, I wonder if that's changed though too, because back in the day, my mom used to get Cocoa Puffs from Aldi's, but they weren't Cocoa Puffs. They were, it's like
Chocolate Puffs?
yeah, Cocoa Balls, whatever it was.
Cocoa Balls.
And they never.
Isn't she a rapper's wife?
Yes, and they never tasted the same. But maybe they've improved on the recipe, and
Right?
it's more like the OG Cocoa Puffs.
Well, see, I thought it came from the same factory. Just on Wednesdays, they made Cocoa Balls instead of Cocoa Puffs.
No, there used to be. Like I said, I've not had Cocoa Balls in a long time, but there used to be a taste difference.
Yes, but I think they've improved.
I would have to do another taste test.
It's been a while since I've had Cocoa Balls in my mouth. Don't, you know.
Now back to, so you gave her the Bath and Body Works gift card.
Okay, so here's the question. Now, I know she listens to the podcast, and I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
trying.
Was she
yes.
a listener to the podcast prior to you dating?
She listened to everything.
Wow.
Everything. And
Oh.
apparently had interest even at the end of my last relationship that I was unaware of until recently.
Love a fan.
Yeah, well, but, you know, it's not.
Is it weird that she knows everything about you, but you know nothing about her?
Yeah,
Well, you're like, oh, my birthday's February 20th. Yeah, I know.
yeah, I realize that.
I'm into Star Trek. Yeah,
Yep,
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Love Doctor Who. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
we got that one too. But
Isn't that weird?
no, because okay, so I don't know how to make this sound not creepy, but I know it's not creepy, if that makes sense. So we've had a lot of very deep conversations, 60-59 of myself. I mean, there's a couple things that are happening. Number one, neither one of us are getting younger. Okay, we've both had parts
She's not that old.
Huh?
She's around my age.
Right. No, actually,
She's not-
she's exactly your age.
Yeah, she's not that old.
Yeah. No, she is a couple months younger than you. That's about it.
Okay. When's her birthday?
April.
Okay.
So
I have
literally
to look up her astrological sign.
within
April what?
Let me know if it's compatible with feces, because I don't know if anything is.
That's exactly what I'm looking up right now. April what?
15th.
Oh,
Which you would
March.
think
Oh my
would be
God.
a red flag.
Tax day.
The day that you pay taxes, wouldn't that be a red flag for a lot of people? They're like, oh, hell, this person's going to cost me a fortune. She's highly independent. Highly independent.
Okay, so she is an Aries.
Okay.
And hold on a 2nd.
Could ruin it all here.
Wait, hold on a second. Aries traits. Let's see. Let's look up that first. And
Well, yeah, let's see if the traits match, because I do know many of her traits now.
so they are bold, energetic.
Yep.
Bold? Really? Well, I guess the way she approached you, she doesn't come in to the studio and be bold.
No, she's not a bull in the china shop where it's like, look at me.
Like
but
you?
Yes, exactly.
But you can't have two of you. You can't date yourself, right?
What?
You can't date yourself.
Well, I mean, for a while I thought I was going to be.
It says full of vitality, charismatic, fun, lively, passionate, and driven by their hearts and desires.
Well, and I clearly was her drive.
They have to feel all in on something to succeed in it. But when they are unstoppable. They thrive on competition,
Yes.
challenges,
Yep.
targets, and rivalry.
Targets.
Yeah, like,
Well,
you're
that
the
must be
Target.
the store. She has the app. It
No,
must be
like
the
you're
store.
the Target.
Oh, I'm the. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Hello.
Aries are good at business, innovation, deal making,
Yep.
entertainment, sports, and medicine.
Oh, and she's in medicine.
Look at that.
Look at that. Okay, so without this sounding creepy,
Mm-hmm.
because we haven't spent a lot of time on 6059, except for little bits and pieces here and there, and the fact you found out on the show that we got married. But that being said, we've had a lot of very serious conversations, because the reality to it is she's been through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God in heaven knows I've been through stuff. You know that better than anybody. Frankly, you had to live much of it with me, but we both been through things, and we're just done. It's like we're done dealing with that stuff. We want the sincere, this is what it really is all about. And I'm not.
Scott's like, I've made all my mistakes in the first 53 years of my life. I think I finally learned my lesson.
I'm not 53 yet.
Oh, you're not? Are you
No.
sure?
Yeah, that.
Are you
doesn't-
sure?
that does not hit for another month and a few days. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on a
Positive.
second.
Yeah.
Wait. What are we? 2024?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you're about to. Yeah, okay. You're about
Yeah,
to. be
I'm not
53.
quite there yet. So let's just slow your roll for a hot minute, okay?
I thought maybe you forgot your age too.
No, I know it quite well. So we've had some pretty deep conversations about the things that each of us have gone through, and I think not in the sense of we were dwelling on exes. A lot of times that's a mistake people make. They really dog an ex or they harp on it. No, we've spent time more talking about the experiences and things that we want to make sure we don't incur again or do again.
Sure.
And I've said this right out. I want to get it right. For myself, I want to get it right, but also for that. Now, that being said, she had made this comment. That's where I was leading up to, where I didn't want it to sound creepy. And please, when I say it, don't think that it is. She had admitted to me, she goes, I wondered what it would be like to be with you even long before we got together. So I'm flattered by that.
Right,
To
right.
me, that's, that means
She was listening to the radio and was like, oh.
look, whatever it takes. And normally, I think the other thing too is, I don't necessarily know that a fan would be the way that I would necessarily. I can't just call her a fan. That was, that
prior
sounds,
to.
Yeah, I know, but
right?
it sounds so.
Because if you're
I was on
imagining.
stage hosting my concert and I picked the girl out of the front row. It's
No,
not like
it's
that.
a term like fangirling or it's interesting to hear you say that about her, because I think that when I forget, I wiped my butt just like you did. So I forget that sometimes it can get into that realm where people do think of us in a different way
Sure.
than what I just think of us like just talking every single day to our friends, and we're having a cup of coffee or whatever. We're just chatting. But I think there are some people who will think of us in different scenarios. How I like to think of myself with Will Arnett naked on my bed. I mean,
Well, now hey, listen, there are worse places to be. I mean,
Right?
I can almost picture myself with Will Arnett. But that being said, I think here's a great grounding.
you might be a little bit more attainable for her as opposed to me with Will Arnett.
Well,
but
yes.
you know.
It's all about, what you can really get. But then again, I can relate it in this way too, because there's the other side to that. I'm sure there are people that are grossed out by the thought of being with either of us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you
Yes.
may love listening
As
to what
you
we
should be.
Yes, you should. As you may love, being a part of what we do and being with us. Never has it crossed your mind, ooh, I wonder what it would be like to be with that person. But apparently I struck a chord, because here's the other thing too. Although Allie and I, now this is the Not For Air podcast, so we get to be a little bit more raw. And real.
By the way, I hate the word raw, but I just said it.
yeah.
Raw just reminds me of like raw dogging or something.
Jeez.
It's so disgusting.
Well, you know what I'm saying though. I mean,
Or raw meat. Ew.
Ooh. Well, we're still slightly inflated in these settings than we are at home, let's say. I mean, I know shockingly, although apparently I talk like this all the time. Apparently it's been now you, because
I
apparently
don't know. I think that you're pretty much, for the most part,
Well enunciated, I like to say.
Well, no, I think that you're.
Well, no, you mumbling asshole.
No, that's me. I mumble so bad at home. It's so bad. Anyway, no, but I think that who you are here is probably similar to who you are at home.
But it's just a little less,
Right.
if you will.
And I think that I'm the same.
But apparently my speech, the way that I speak, the way that because I mean, I've been doing broadcasting for 32 years. There's a degree of...
Good morning, 6059.
Hi there.
It is now 62 degrees.
Yes, I start out every conversation half past the hour, 30 minutes till the top of the
I
hour.
wouldn't be
We got
shocked.
a chance of a flurry today.
I wouldn't be shocked. My mom today texted me the weather. This is where she's here in her life. And I'm like,
She's here in her life.
Gail, find something else to talk about. Get ready for the snow, Alicia. Like,
And by the time this airs, we will have known if there was snow or not.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go back and look at it. Okay, anyway, back
So
to
back
do you
to this-
enunciate at home?
Well, apparently I was pointed out that I talk like this all the time. And I'm like, really? I talk like I'm broadcasting to the masses, or at least 4 people at one given moment.
At best.
Do I do that? Is that, I mean, when we're out of this room, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, now you and I have been out together and either in a group. Is it the same even on a social setting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Right.
funny because the other day I said something to my significant other and he goes, "You just sounded like a social post. Like you talk to me how you post on social media."
Only 4 words.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Question mark.
I like to keep it pretty basic. Oh my God, he got so mad yesterday. He's such a freaking baby. I swear to God. So I had yesterday off and he did not, but I had tons of stuff to do, tons of
I did the
errands.
same thing. I had yesterday off. The kids were in school. By the way, we're recording this on Wednesday, the 3rd. So our company randomly gave us the 2nd off as well as the 1st. So your significant other's at work.
Yes.
You had your stuff to do. My kids are at school. My significant other is at work. Let me just tell you, wow, I have not had a day like that, and I can't tell you when.
Well, I have a hard time getting stuff done when Zach's home. He very much so is the like, let's be on the couch and watch TV and cuddle and da 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 da. So all day I had errands.
That's not you at all?
And well, I mean, it is to a certain degree, but I had errands to do. So then when he came home, I was like, no, I'm watching a show. I'm not changing this. And he got so huffy about it. He's like, well, I wanted to sit on the couch and we could watch a show together. He like got so huffy about it. He didn't even kiss me when he came in. He was so mad.
So interestingly enough, 6059 and I accidentally, because remember, although we are in a very committed, serious relationship, which is only growing every day and getting, stronger and bigger and really a good thing. We did not realize because I certainly didn't come right out with my vacation schedule and say, hey, listen, a few months back when we started working this thing together, I'm going to be off these days.
Yeah.
We ended up having the exact same vacation, this holiday schedule.
That's nice.
Did not kill each other. Actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, both of us said at the end.
It's new.
Both of
Move in together.
it's kind of there.
Renovate a house together, okay?
No.
That'll get you close to killing each
Yeah,
other.
well, I look at it like this. Come on in. Almost everything's done.
Yeah, right. I did all the hard work.
Yeah, right. So I look at it kind of like this. Although I did tell her, I said, it's time for you to start putting your touches on things. I said, you have to.
Oh, I thought you were going to say put your underwear away.
Nope, I fold that too now. So
Very nice.
But that being said, God, I make it sound like she does nothing. I don't mean that. She's extremely driven in her career, and I have great respect for that. So if that means that I just happen to do one extra load of laundry and she's offered and I'm the one that said, nah, I'll get it, whatever. So be it.
Well, let's go there. Because
all right. Well, wait, before you go there, let me finish. So it doesn't sound creepy that I told you what she told me, which is I wondered what it would be like to be with you well before we were together. That doesn't sound creepy.
it sounds fangirly.
But she's not.
But I think she was prior to.
No, I think she knew what she wanted, and I didn't have my eyes open. And
I do too. I want Will Arnett naked on my bed.
There you go. Seriously, we've talked heavily about this. Is my eyes weren't open at the time she started sort of tossing it out.
No, you had too much going on.
Well, I did. And she freely said, she goes, I was about to throw in the towel. And I've told her, I said, well, I'm really glad you didn't. She goes, well, finally, when I came in for the kids' fundraiser, which you rode my ass on, and look what came from that. Look what came from that fundraiser.
Is funnel mix that's still sitting on the counter that is not mine, that apparently...
Well, I got a relationship out of it, so eat ass.
Eat this funnel mix then, because I don't want it.
Can I make pancakes out of that?
Oh, I'm sure you could.
Oh, that'd be good.
I mean, it's going to be real greasy, but yeah.
Slide right
sure,
on.
why not?
Okay, so overall, now that you know that she was, throwing it out, and mind you, had been single for a long period of time, knew that I was single.
Yeah.
I was the one. All right, I've used this term on the show, and if you haven't done this, look up the expression "the long goodbye" at the end of a relationship.
Yeah.
We all do this, and we all do the long goodbye to different extents. I was holding on to that long goodbye way longer than I needed to. In fact, to be honest with you, the long goodbye should have started.
Was the longest goodbye.
Oh my God, it should have started in 2021.
Do what I do. Give the Irish goodbye.
Take a shot and roll.
Yeah.
That's great. So
dip down.
My eyes weren't open. So that's why I say, do you still feel fangirl? Because she's not. She's not at all. She's very genuine and very
I don't
real.
think that it's that now. I'm saying that at that point, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So things like that can grow into something great.
Yeah. I also have had, this job has allotted friendships, business interactions, things that have grown into things that I didn't realize were going to grow into.
Right.
That's the beauty of this job, is the connections that we make, whether it's community-wise, relationship-wise, friend-wise. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But back to the chores.
Oh, yes. So yeah, because I've said, no, that's fine. Because she's very career driven. I mean, I don't feel like she should get home from work at 7:00 and suddenly be like, yep, I'm going to start laundry. What the hell? Why would I do that?
So I'm pretty sure that Zach is trying to weasel his way out of doing dishes. First of all, I hate doing dishes. Secondly, I want a dishwasher, but he's all like, I hate dishwashers. They don't get stuff clean.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
It's
Exactly.
2024.
Exactly. And his mom even told me, she goes, I think that's my fault because I hate dishwashers. Well, guess what?
It's 2024.
Guess who's doing the blanking dishes all the time? Me. And the other day, so I was doing a lot of cooking. So I said, you get to do the dishes. They were so greasy.
Oh, yeah.
This is his way.
You gotta get a dishwasher.
I know. This is his way of getting out of doing the dishes. This is how y'all do. Oh, I'll vacuum. Shit job. You're vacuuming over to the left, now to the right, turning it all about.
6059 brought her vacuum over, and I was able to use it for the first time. Now tell me that is not the sign of a solid future. Come on, it's the little shit.
Solid.
You know, how weird is that?
Yes. So one other thing too that we never talked about on the show, but I wanted to touch on.
Wait, can I go back to one thing with the dishwasher? Hold that for a second.
Sure.
I'm done playing games with Zach.
I know. Tell me about it.
I love him. You know I do.
Yeah.
We always end up having a laugh when we see each other, and no digs on the fact he doesn't get out as much. I get it. He likes to do his own thing, but when I get to see him, it's always a good time. You know that.
He has a good time.
I have nothing to say negative about him, except here's the way we're going to handle this dishwasher situation.
Okay.
After I'm going to just come right out and say it. Please excuse me if I offend. After the goddamn thermostat debacle. By the way, nice job with the electric bill on the blanket.
That's where I was going to go with this.
I got bits and pieces. I've heard about this story.
So we talked about on the show while you were gone that we get this high electric bill. And he's like, it's your electric.
Gas bill doesn't exist because there's no heat in the house. But boy, this electric bill's up there.
Exactly. So he's like, it's your electric blanket. It's your leg lamp. It's your Christmas lights. Come to find out.
How much energy is the freaking leg lamp using? Put an LED bulb in it.
That's what I said. So, and even with
That's ridiculous.
Even with the Christmas lights. So he calls and they said, oh, it's the estimate from the previous owners. The previous owners had 2 kids.
No.
What?
Simple enough. No, you're not paying that.
Well, of course I'm going to pay the bill.
No.
What do you mean no? Why would I not pay the electric bill?
It's an estimate from the previous owners.
Yes.
Call in your meter read.
Oh, yes.
Get your meter read in and say, we're not taking an estimate from the previous household who
F
had kids and everything else. You need to adjust the bill. You might end up, it's nice egg, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might end up biting the bullet on this bill, but the next bill should adjust and you may have next to no electric bill.
And I think we will have next to no electric bill.
But you got to start calling in your meter reads.
We're not home ever during the day. And I don't think we use that much electricity.
You probably don't. You need to call them in.
I got a little info from our coworker who got an $11,000 bill. She was the one that said, our coworker Megan, she was the one that said to me right after we talked about it on the show, Allie, nip that in the bud. You need to call them. You need to get it figured out, settled right now. Don't let them do that to you.
Right.
Because she had to pay the full $11,000.
That's insane.
I know. Who has $11,000? She had to take out her 401k.
Yep.
To pay NYSEG.
It's insane.
It's
insane. Get on it. Now, in a case like that, I think you might have to bite the one bullet, but then it will adjust itself to being much lower. I just had this happen. So I had a gas and electric bill. Specifically for me, it was gas. For whatever reason, they kept adjusting the bill from October. I'm like, why are you adjusting a bill from October? I call in my meter reads every single month. And now I've gotten to the point where I'm emailing them the picture.
Yep.
We're not doing this screw around anymore where I got a number wrong or you entered a number wrong in your computer system. I email to customer service every month when I get the email, your readings are due.
You are so on it.
Because if I don't, I've had those months and years where I've had to pay the $700 bill. A month, and I'm not going to do it.
No.
Now, I have the solution for you for the dishwasher because we're done.
Back to that.
We're done screwing around. Okay. This is it. This is how we're going to handle this.
Okay.
We've gone round and round to try to get you the code for the thermostat, and to this day, a good almost 5 months later, you still don't have the code.
Nope.
No. So here's what you're going to do.
And now I'm sweltering, by the way.
It's hot?
Upstairs, it's so hot. I have to sleep naked. I used to never sleep naked.
Maybe that's part of his plan.
I know.
Crank that bitch up so that you're naked.
Exactly.
That's brilliant, really, when you think about it.
Right.
That's what I got to do. I got to crank mine up to 90. Geez, 60, 59. What happened? You're taking off all your clothes. I'm sweating. Oh.
Anyway.
Eyebrows.
Dishwasher. Go ahead. Back
to the dishwasher. Here's how you're going to handle it. Okay?
Okay.
Which one of your friends doesn't mind doing dishes?
None of them wants to do dishes. Actually,
well, some people have chores. I don't mind doing laundry. I don't love folding laundry, but I don't mind doing laundry. But I'll fold it too.
Okay, so
is she a good dishwasher?
Yeah, probably. She doesn't have a dishwasher either.
Let's pretend it's Sonia for the sake. Okay, let's pretend it's Sonia for a second here. And actually, we may not be able to use Sonia because you just said she doesn't have a dishwasher either.
Oh.
That could be ammunition for.
All right, let's pick Sarah.
Sarah. Okay. So let's say Sarah, you know what? She likes doing dishes. Her dishes are always clean, which sounds like a euphemism for something completely different. But anyway, so you're going to hire Sarah to come over every day, $5 a day. $5 a day to do the dishes.
This.
No, but let me finish. You're done screwing around. You're done. This is the way it's going to go. Zach, we are paying her $5 a day. That's $250 a pop.
Yep.
$250 from me, $250 from you. Every day until we buy a dishwasher.
Yep.
Watch how quick you get a dishwasher. See, you tried other things with the thermostat. And I mean, shy of ripping it off the wall, which I'm still willing to come over and do for you, and put a new one on. This is the way you do it. You just say, no, I've made the decision. You are making a decision that you don't want one based on stupidity that they don't get the dishes clean. Go get the Cascade Platinum. It gets everything clean.
That's right. And we have a spot for it.
Yeah, right. You don't even need a Bosch dishwasher. You can go with a KitchenAid. They're all very good. Bosch is great. Don't get me wrong. That's the high end. But you don't have to go with the highest end. You can go with a good quality dishwasher.
You're preaching to the choir. Yes, I know.
So no longer are you going to suffer from his mindset of, well, this is what I think, so therefore it must be right.
Yeah.
No, this is I beat the microphone because I'm so passionate.
This
is the way to do it.
I love how there are people in this world who think that their way is the only way.
Well, trust me, I was with one for 10 years, very recently. So here's the way it goes. It goes like this. $250 from you a day, $250 from you. Here's the jar on the counter. First day that you don't put it in, 10 days of no sex. because he'll try
You gotta,
everything.
right, you got to add that into
You
the mix.
gotta come up with something.
Got to put me in misery.
Maybe that's, yeah, you're right. Let's go 2, because I don't know that 10 days I can handle you in this room without. Well, anyway, that being said, I think that you need to lay it down and say, since you have tried to instill your skewed logic on me, this is the way it's going to get handled.
Yeah.
And here's the beautiful part to it. Because it's going to take maybe, let's do the math.
Okay.
Let's go with an average of...
Right, hit him in his pocketbook.
Bingo. Okay. So let's
I
go...
just said pocketbook like my grandmother.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
His
Well,
bill-
you want to
hit
bring
him in
back
his-
Ragamuffin. You said that on the show as one. So $5
Hit him in his,
a day
hit him,
times...
hit him in his billfold.
In 1 month, you've got $150.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna
Okay.
hate that.
Times 4, let's say. That's a $600 dishwasher.
$600.
Does he want to do this for 4
No.
months, or does he want to go blow $350 with you at the same time you do?
Exactly.
And you hook it up, it's done.
Yes.
It's done. This is the only way
Honey
to solve
child,
this.
I understand this 1,000%, especially because I'm the one doing the dishes and I can't stand stuff in the sink, on the counter. That's also how I operate. That's another argument for another day.
Let me ask you one other question.
Sure.
If he bold-faced refused this, and he
I'll
said,
just put it in.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask. Would he be hyper mad? We both have the same contractor, wonderful friend, good guy.
Ooh, this is a good idea. He's about to do a bathroom reno for me.
There you go. If you went up to the Home Depot or anywhere and
Yeah.
you bought a dishwasher
Yeah.
and you didn't tell him and
Yeah.
you just put it in, okay, you're going to lose one cabinet.
What's
You're
he-
going to lose one cabinet.
No, we have a coffee bar in the back where there is nothing underneath the cabinet except for the doggy water
But you
bowls.
need it close to plumbing.
It's fairly close to plumbing.
You need it to be next to the washer, or I'm sorry, next to the
sink?
next to the sink and the drain. Could one of those
Oh,
cupboards be
no.
moved to where the coffee bar is? That way, you're not missing cupboard space.
I'll have to talk to the contractor.
Okay.
Because the sink, there's not enough room by the sink
Why?
because there's an oven there.
On one side,
And then the other side is like a tiny little spot. Like
Are-
real tiny.
really?
Yes. It only has enough for like a dish rack this big. It's tiny.
You know, where there's a will, there's a way.
I know. That's why I said I'll talk to the contractor.
Okay, because there's got to be something that we're missing here, because that was going to be my next question. Would he be fuming mad if you came in or he walked through the door and, you're sitting there go, well, babe, dishes are done. And he's like, what's that sound? And he looks down and he sees the beautiful new stainless steel dishwasher in there.
They're so quiet though.
Right.
They don't even really make a sound
Well,
anymore.
a little bit. Just
A little
slightly.
bit. But my parents' dishwasher is like next to silent.
Right. But would he be pissed?
I mean, I'm the one doing the dishes now. So do I care?
So technically you're still doing the dishes?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Ain't nothing to say there.
And they're not greasy. Anyway.
Yes. So round robining this back.
Oh,
'cause
yes.
I want to make 100% clear that people know 6059 and myself, it was not like some weird, way. I mean, it was a weird way we got together, but isn't everybody's story weird?
That's
Everybody's
what-
story's a little
That's
weird.
what makes it so unique. And that's what I love. I love asking people, how did you meet?
Well, and it's very genuine. And you know what? It was very flattering. She decided, hey, you know what? He might be worth pursuing in some way, shape, or form. And
Wait a
it was a beautiful thing because I didn't see it until I saw it.
You should get a shirt made that says, who needs Tinder or Bumble when you have 71231?
That's our text line. Keyword sass for Scott and Allie Show. Yeah.
Isn't that
Started
great?
there. It did.
That's right.
It
Oh my
absolutely
God.
did.
You're welcome.
Okay, we've established she's not creepy.
Now
Thank
I
you.
have to go and fly away with my ruffly shirt. So
Yeah, I did notice that you got some wings from the '80s there going.
Zach said it looks like a child's sweater.
You really look like you're getting ready to recast Little House on the Prairie from the top up.
He goes, it looks like you're at picture day, 3rd grade.
Yes.
Yes,
Hey, wait
yes.
a minute. What was the blonde girl in Little House on the Prairie? She was a little bitch.
Oh, hold on a second.
Oh my
I
God.
know.
She wore dresses like this all the time, and you have to now post a picture.
Wait, hold on a second. It'll be in our reels. We'll do a reels.
Oh my God.
I put bitch from Little House on the Prairie.
I guarantee it'll come up with the blonde.
I know.
Who she's probably not like that at all in real life.
Is it Patsy? Hold on.
No, it's not Pat. It's, oh God.
Nellie.
Nellie.
Nellie Olson.
Nellie Olson. That's it. Wait, is there a picture with it with the dress on? You've got to.
Hold on.
You can hold it up to the camera.
Oh my
This
God.
I have to see.
Oh, first of all,
Oh, I have to move this over so I can see this.
this is the worst picture of her.
Oh, I got to see it.
Look at the screen.
Oh, that is so. Well, you got to find one a little zoomed out. I guarantee you, Nellie Olson wore the dress like you're wearing. In fact, you might be wearing Nellie Olson's dress.
Twinsies.
Come on, find one zoomed out.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. Nellie Olson dress. Got it. My God.
Are you wearing the same dress?
It's not even a dress. It's a sweater.
She's wearing a sweater. I swear she wore a
No,
dress.
I'm
like
wearing a
yours.
sweater.
That's a sweater?
Yeah.
That's not even a shirt. Hold on, I gotta.
I'm wearing.
Oh, that is a sweater.
It is.
Oh God, send it back to the 1800s.
Or the 80s, Scott.
Did you find one?
Yeah, it's not great.
No. I guarantee you, the shoulders.
There's definitely a lot of ruffles. A lot of ruffles. Anyway. All right. Are we done now?
I think we've abused each other enough.
All right. And our
First one of 2024. We're off and rolling.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.